today we're going to be playing Astral Communion Druid, which is basically you play Astral Communion on turn 3 or 4, depending on how early you get it, and with Ysera start a game effect of increasing your maximum mana by 5, you end up getting the full effect from this card without negating any of your mana crystals. So I know this sounds crazy, but this is actually the budget version of the deck because this deck requires an insane amount of legendaries, which is kind of crazy to say because I have a pretty big collection, but apparently I didn't have enough legendaries to make this entire deck work because there was still a few that I was missing from this deck list here. So yeah, if you want the deck list, it will be in the description and the comments down below. So let's get right into the games. So for this deck, we basically just want to get Astral Communion as fast as possible up, and alright, cool, we got it right in our opening hand. Now, I don't know what our opponent is playing. I guess we'll keep Invigorate. You don't really want to have too many other cards that you want to play in your hand because you're obviously just going to be discarding them to get 10 mana crystals, but this looks like it could be Big Shaman, so we might have a good chance against this as long as we draw. I also added a little bit of meme cards. I forgot to mention, like End Time Warzone, so... Oh my gosh, we got 2 Astral Communions, alright. Well, that's probably the best thing to draw because we obviously don't want to draw an Astral Communion after playing it since we'll already be at our max mana crystals, so that's always good. Oh my gosh, we're playing against Spirit of the Mountain? Shaman, that's an interesting one. Best draw would be possibly ENR because ENR basically you just draw until your hand is full and, well, that's pretty much a game and you have 15 mana crystals and your opponent's only at 3 or 4. Let's go ahead and get Hero Power. And now we're at 14 mana crystals. Our opponent's only at 3. It seems pretty fair, doesn't it? So depending on what our next draw is, if we get Ultimate Infestation, that would be good. There's pretty much a lot of good draws that we get. I would actually like to try playing End Time Warzone. I think that would be a pretty fun card to play here. And okay, we got Marin, the manager. We'll go ahead and just play that. Get the draw 3, obviously. Our deck has a lot of good cards here, so drawing 3 is exactly what we want. Got Innervate, not exactly what we wanted to see. Yeah, sure, we'll coin this out, why not? And now we have a ton of tempo on board. Jesus, this is kind of crazy. Getting carry would be pretty good because that's like what, 16 face if you have a enough board slots. What does that say? Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand and choose one. It can't be played next turn. All right, well that doesn't. Oh, well, speaking of carrier, there it is. All right, cool. I mean, this is pretty much a beatdown at this point. Sheesh, the opponent's not even able to play here. All right, well, I killed that, and we have a pretty crazy board for turn 5, I will say. He's only got 5 mana to play with here, so I don't think there's really going to be anything that could save him here. Even Deval wouldn't be that great because what it's going to go from a 12 drop to an 11 drop, so that could be Ultra Gigasaur. So yeah, that's basically the game. Wow, that's a pretty insane first game. Let's go ahead and go on to game number 2. I will say this deck probably doesn't go too well into aggro since you skip like basically the first 2 or 3 turns. So you obviously don't want to play that too slow if you can. Like if you can coin into Astral Communion, you definitely want to do that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and keep wave shaping here. All right, cool. We got it. I was going to keep wave shaping just so that I could get Astral Communion easier, but you know, it looks like we got it. I don't particularly think it's useful to, if you have Guff and Astral Communion in your opening hand, to play Guff and then Astral Communion. I think it's just best to get the mana out as soon as you possibly can. Now, if we do get an Innervate next turn, we could just play it on turn 2, which would be pretty crazy, but... okay, so this is an aggro matchup. This is not exactly looking good for us, especially going second here. I don't think there's really all that much we can do against aggro, because like I said, we're kind of just a sitting duck for the first 4 turns. It's kind of like playing against AFK in the dungeon runs, to be honest. But... we'll go ahead and see how strong his opening end is. Let's hopefully... he's got patches. Does he have anything in his hand? Alright, that's not the worst it could have been. Discover a card from your deck. The bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we maybe can get a coin. Not that great. So those are the only 2 cards. Let's see. Anything here that we want? I guess we might as well take another Astral Communion. Next turn. What is this going to be? Probably Hero Power or... the one that makes us Hero Power free, face, something like that. I think maybe we just Hero Power patches. Wasn't the strongest start from them, so I feel pretty confident that we could probably survive through a couple turns. They only have, what, 5 attack on board? It's not too bad. Okay, there's the other Astral Communion, that's fine. Unfortunately, this is a very slow start here, but they don't really seem to have that great of a start either. It could definitely kill us, though. I never count aggro decks out because they have so much burst damage nowadays, so Never count an aggro deck out. And then we also are at the mercy of a top deck, so if we get, say, like, you know, Forbidden Fruit or Innervate or something like that, it could just be over from that. Alright, he's developing on board a lot better. Let's see. Ooh, that is not what we want to see. Both heroes take... Yep, that's going to be... So 3 attack, okay. Well, this is going to be a pretty close game now. Just because of how much damage he's going to have. It does look like I'm playing against the bot just by the way they're attacking. Alright, let's go ahead and just do this. Go ahead and do that, and there we go. Go ahead, hero power, get the extra health and damage in. And now we're at the mercy of whatever we top deck, so let's go ahead and just realistically shouldn't take this long, but I think they just do that on purpose to gain XP, so yeah, we'll go ahead and just edit these slow periods out of the video. Oh my gosh, he has another voice. Alright, we are almost dead, and we unfortunately drew Ysera, which does nothing, so we just concede. Unfortunate. Alright, on to the next game. Like I said, this deck doesn't really fare too great into aggro just because you're sitting duck, but sometimes you have a really good matchup, and sometimes you just don't even end up finding Astral Communion, which could be another big problem. So let's go and keep Guff since we don't have Astral Communion, but it looks like we got it, so that's always good. So we unfortunately drew Ultimate Infestation, which, you know, could save us in some situations, but I still have yet to get a turn, or I mean a game where I play this on turn 2, which would be pretty insane, gaining 10 mana from 2. That's kind of crazy. I'm playing against Renathal Warrior, alright. We're seeing some interesting decks today at rank 3. Normally it's just the same old aggro decks. Oh, interesting, it's Quest Renathal Warrior, alright. That's not something you see very often. I'm trying to think, how do I play in this matchup? I guess they just play very defensive, but I don't think they can handle playing as much tempo as I'm going to be playing pretty soon. Assume that I don't draw it all. I mean, this is a pretty big hand of stuff that I want to keep, but unfortunately it's just going to get discarded, so. And on top of that, we're also going to be drawing another card, which is unfortunate. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we're the cards now. Good play by the Warrior, because now that I'm going to be discarding my hand, I'm basically just discarding all the cards he just drew for me, so. Good play by him. I'm sure he knew that I was Astral Communion just by the Ysera, because Ysera is not ran in wild for really any other reason than Astral Communion. Trying to think, what good draws do we have left? Do we have End Time? I don't know. I really want to play End Time more. I think that would make for a pretty fun matchup, just because, I mean, they obviously have 2 turns to deal with it, but at the same time, you know, Woodful of Dragons can be pretty strong and wild. So as long as we don't get like a bad draw, like you know, Innervate, or what is it? Innervate, Forbidden Fruit, something like that. Or the other Astral Communion could also be bad too. Alright, Torrentis, not bad, not great. This is one of the cards I put in just because I didn't have the other legendaries that this deck needed. This could have been, what, Azalina Soul Thief, Togwaggle, or I don't know, there's a few others. I just did not have all the legendaries for this deck. This deck was very legendary hungry, which is kind of crazy because normally you don't see that many legendaries in a deck like this. Is he gonna get 125 armor? Alright, thankfully he didn't. Looks like this is what this warrior's trying to do, which makes sense now. Alright, we definitely want to draw 3 copies of a minion with the Bob. Let's go ahead and see. Alright. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I wanted to do. Wait. Okay, well, I did not mean to press that. I guess I can't cancel out of it for some reason. Alright, well, I mean, he does mill a card now, so that's always good. That draws. Glad we did that. Another Astral Communion. Alright. Let's just go ahead and do that. Hero power, go face. Astral Communion can be a lot of burst damage right off the rip. But he does have the weapon, so that does stop him from milling a card, so he can kind of choose what he mills here, so. We'll go ahead and see what he chooses here. Oh, he's got Activate as well. Alright, that's a pretty cool deck, actually. I don't know if maybe playing Astral Communion was right last turn, but at the same time, we don't really get anything from that, so probably best to not play that because we can keep Forbidden Fruit. Alright, he used a Brawl already, so that's good for us. Unfortunately, we're not getting the best of draw early on, so we're kind of at a standstill while he's gaining mana, which isn't good. But we do have 2 Death Beetles in our deck, so we can always just, you know, burst them down with a bunch of charge minions. Really just ENR or Marin would be pretty good. Oh, there you go. There's Marin. Alright, so we got Wondrous Wand. Go ahead and play that. See what we get. Oh, there's ENR. Ooh, there's the Ysera. Cool. We'll go ahead and play that. Hero Power, go face. Yeah, we're not really doing too great in tempo right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. But we're at 20 mana, which is basically like infinite mana. So I'm curious to see what we can do. He already used a Brawl. I don't think this deck is a Highlander deck. So maybe we should be fine in that regard. I mean, it's not easy to tell with so far. They've only played like, what, 16 cards? And they have 10 in hands. They've technically really played like, what, 6 cards? Alright, he's going for all those coins. Alright, that was a good play. It's too bad that they got all those coins because I really didn't want to give them to them. I accidentally clicked it, but I thought you could cancel it out, but unfortunately you can't. Alright, innervate. Wow, we're getting some terrible draws. Wow. I could either play that and deal 20 on top of my RA. Actually, yeah, I think that's the strongest play here. We'll just deck him for 30 in one turn out of nowhere. That's going to be a pretty strong turn. And not only that, but he's also going to have to... Actually, wait, no, I can kill him here. Wait, this is kind of crazy. If I refresh my mana crystals, then gain that much of his attack, then I go for what? Oh my gosh. Wait, that was disgusting. He went from full health to 0 in a Renafall deck. Okay, that was kind of disgusting, I won't lie. All right, on to the next game. You know, when I first saw this deck, I saw Forbidden Fruit was in it. I was like, what the heck is that doing in there? But now I actually get it. That was certainly essential for dealing lethal damage there. I'm actually fine with discarding this. I'll keep this hand. Normally, I could just try to get rid of these and get an Innervate, but I don't know if that's the correct way or the correct play there. Maybe that is actually. Maybe that was a mistake on my part, because now I was thinking more in the future, though, because if I discard all these cards, I'd be happy, and then not getting rid of something I actually want and putting these also back in the deck, so... Really depends on what we get here. Wow, this is a deck that could actually deal with us quite well if we get our stuff going. So this isn't a guaranteed win if we do get our Astral Communion out without dying. Yeah, in Wild they can complete that quest quite fast, so I don't think we're gonna be safe for long once they get that quest up. And there's nothing we can really do to stop them either. We're gonna just Hero Power the face, get the extra HP. And maybe I should cut Toyrantis. I don't feel like Toyrantis is really all that great. It's a 6 mana 14/14 with Taunt, which has Elusive, which, you know, isn't bad, but it doesn't really progress what we're trying to do. So we'll go ahead and just do that. Hero Power again, get the extra life. Discard our hand. I think I'm pretty happy with that discard. We got rid of the other Astral Communion, which is always good with our first Astral Communion, but we did get rid of Guff. Well, we got rid of some good cards, but we still have some good top decks in our current deck here. I kind of find it crazy. I don't think we've seen our Innervate in our opening hand yet so far. And he's forging. Alright, he's getting a copy of a minion. That's fine. If that's this whole turn, I'm completely okay with that. I don't know, I really want to see End Time Warzone or Avatar Hearthstone. I think those would be two really fun cards to play with. Those are both cards that were not in this deck when I copied the deck code, so just keep that in mind. Alright, Aquatic Form can be good. Hopefully there's not 3 bad cards at the bottom of our deck. Discovery card from your deck, put the others at the bottom. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Neither of those choices really that insane. Oh, Ultimate Infestation is good. We'll play that. That gives us 5 cards, so now we're not at the mercy of whatever we draw, which is exactly what we want. We also have ENR, which is good. And Carrier, alright. Carrier is really good. So now this puts a little bit of pressure on the priest. He's only on 5 mana, and I am going to be on 15 next turn, which is pretty big difference. Like, the power level up between a 5 mana, 10 mana card is kind of crazy. Or I guess 15 mana if you really want to go that far. There's not really that many that are over 10 in Modern Hearthstone, but still, oh my gosh, wait, that one card just solo completes that one thing. That's kind of crazy. He's got 2 out of 4 on that one. We could definitely lose here, but I think playing this is good, the best play here. Now we deal 16 to his face. We also have a board of our own now. Now, the only thing that scares me is if he gets the minion out, he's going to play it immediately, and that's going to have Taunt and Reborn, which means that we're not going to be able to get through it too easily, so our Forbidden Fruit won't be as useful as we'd like it to be. Could always gain 40 health from this as well. Wow, I keep forgetting. That's actually kind of crazy with 20 mana or 15 mana. So let's see what the priest does here. I mean, this is a pretty hard board to deal with. He's got to deal with it and also play the minion for 5 mana, so... And also complete the quest, so I don't know if that's possible. We'll see what the priest can do about this, if anything. I mean, they're on 6 mana, so there's not really too many options they have here. Even Light Bomb wouldn't be enough. That's exactly what I thought. This deck is kind of crazy. Alright, now we're at what? We are at rank 2 at this, I think. Let's go and see. Yeah, alright, cool. We're at Diamond 2. Let's go into the next game. Alright, here we are in the 5th game. So far we haven't had a game where we haven't drawn Astral Community, because if you don't get it, I don't really know what the game plan is, so... we might not always get lucky. Alright, cool. It seems like we're gonna have a game like that, so... This is more what I was expecting from the deck, because it seems like if you don't draw well, you're just gonna be stuck with a handful of cards that can't exactly help you, like right here. And this could be discard Lorlock. We could die very fast here. Even if we had Astral Communion in our hand, I don't think that would be too useful to this matchup. Let's go ahead and hero power that down. We don't even have Astral Communion in our hand, so we want as little damage as possible. Surprised they played Leper Gnome. That's a interesting card to be. Is this like Warlock Zoo or something? Oh no, it is. Okay, it is discard Warlock. All right, a little bit scary. We are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Let's go and play this first. Oh, there's the Astral Communion. Let's go ahead and play Pendant. We just need healing. I want to... Yeah. We'll play it. We'll play it legit. I was going to say I didn't want to put this in the deck because I do want a game where we play this, but it's not always likely that we're going to draw this even after we play Astral Communion anyways, so... We are, what, down to 22 health. That's fine. Go back up 1. We're not going to hit that because we do not want them to have more Soul Barrages in their hand to discard, so even though we are taking 2 damage, we are saving some damage in the long run because we want to draw into some of our higher cost cards. So if you're in a situation like this where you have enough health to tank it, just don't do that. Don't hit that and give them more Soul Barrages because there's nothing on my board for them to trade on. See, look, he had the Chrono Claws as well, so he might not even swing with it depending on what happens here. Alright, we got Forbidden Fruit. I think I'm going to use this to... We're going to gain armor. I think gaining 30 armor in this matchup is pretty dang good. I think that was probably the best play we could have done with just Forbidden Fruit, because dealing 15 to his face wouldn't have really helped us out too much. Wow, this is a very weird list. Is he actually gonna... Huh. What does he have? Interesting. Alright, so hopefully our next draw isn't good. I raid boss the next year. We go crazy here. Ultimate Infestation isn't bad either. We can go ahead and hit that. And we have Wave Shaping. You know what? No, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna clock him in the face. That is a 10-10 on the board. Puts a little bit of pressure on him. And now if he wants to swing, he has to hit into a 10-10, which brings him down to 9 HP, which is a pretty concerning amount in today's wild. So we'll go ahead and see what he does here. I like putting the Warlock in a pretty bad spot here. We'll go ahead and see if they are able to, because even if he trades all of his minions here, he has to put something into that 10-2. Hellfire. That's a very interesting card I was not expecting to see. Wow. That, Forbidden Fruit is actually coming in clutch here. That 30 extra armor is probably saving our behind. Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely saving us. Oh, there's the raid boss. Cool. Do I play that or Carrier? No, I think raid boss does it better. We'll go ahead and just... we'll hit that since it's immune. We want to save as much minions as we can on board to soak up some damage. We'll take that. We'll play that. Sure, why not? Go ahead and just draw a card. Could have hero powered for the 1 extra life, but I doubt that will matter. Funny enough, they are actually going to get a lot of soul barrages off, but it won't be enough to kill us. If we are in a dire enough situation, we always could just play carrier, but I think it was raid boss Onyxia is because she is immune with other whelps on the board, so if the soul barrage shots hit her, it basically just is negated and does nothing. So there's also more tokens on the board to soak up damage as well, so I don't think that they can realistically deal with this board that easily. I mean, they have, maybe if they have another Hellfire, but I don't understand why they're even running Hellfire to begin with. That doesn't seem like a good card for the strategy that deck is trying to go for. If discard Warlocks at 7 mana, they probably have already lost. Unfortunately, that did not hit Onyxia. Okay, he's got a Soulfire. Fisted Dragon. Oh, come on. You're getting so lucky here. Was that another Soul Barrage? Yep, okay, there we go. Finally, Onyxia absorbed some damage there. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be going through his entire deck pretty soon. Alright. Oh my gosh, does he have another? No, he doesn't. And he put a lot of damage onto us, I won't lie. Is that lethal? Yes, it is. There we go. There's 10, and there is 10. Or 8 and 10. I'm actually really starting to like this deck. Let's go ahead and get some more games with it. I won't lie, I never thought I'd see a world where Astral Commune is played for real instead of as a joke. I remember a lot of people experimented with it back in the day because, you know, it was a new card, people wanted to see how good it would be, and then they realized it was bad and stopped playing it. But now people are unironically playing Astral Commune, and it seems to have a pretty good win rate, even if you don't really get it too early on, so that's kind of crazy to me. So we're going second. That's actually always good because then we get the coin to play this 1 turn earlier. What, even Death Knight? Sheesh, why are we playing such weird stuff? I'm at rank 2. These are pretty weird matches. I normally don't see these very often. Alright, we got Tori Rantis. Let's go ahead and wave shaping. Maybe we can get an Innervate. Wow, these are all pretty bad. Well, that's fine. It does put those 2 at the bottom of my deck, so it does make getting an Innervate a lot more likely. Alright, yes sir, it doesn't really matter. There's nothing really we can do, so we might as well just gain a mana crystal even though we're already going to play this next turn. It's a little bit unfortunate with our draws, but they are playing a lot of tempo, but I don't think this is as bad as a, you know, real like for example, Discard Warlock like we saw, and the Aggro Priest that we also lost to. Let's see, what do we got? We got rid of ENR, which is unfortunate, but I really just want to, I think End Time Warzone would be pretty cool. I really want to get a game like that. I know that seems pretty crazy because, you know, it probably won't work because, you know, 2 turns to deal with a board, and that just doesn't seem really all that great. But I think, I don't know, I think it would be pretty funny just to see. Our Pendant of Earth. Let's go ahead and see what we get. We still have 12 mana left over, so we can pretty much play whatever we want. This gives us a full hand, so I think we'll go with this one. Go ahead and see what hand do we get. Oh my gosh, wait, we got we got a Druid hand. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I don't mind playing Spreading Plague into this board. In fact, I don't even think I want to play. It seem pretty bad. Especially with Twig getting nerfed as well. I mean, this is a pretty hard board for them to deal with, so I think we should be safe for a few turns. Maybe I'm starting to think this might have been one of the worst versions of the hands we could have gotten. Alright, let's go ahead and use this. We'll draw some cards. We want to get something better to play. Another Innervate, alright. And Wave Shaper, alright. Let's see what we get from Wave Shaper here. Sure, we'll take Carrier. Go ahead and coin. And, I mean, there's a bunch of taunts in the way, that's fine. Go ahead and just trade, and then get our Inceptors here. I mean, they're on 6 mana, so I think we can definitely tempo them out here, even though they had us in the beginning. That's basically how Astral Commune is. It's like a big, like, swing into the game. They do have the Plagues in our deck, but I doubt those will actually matter. I think he's definitely rerolling that. That's not a good one. He's probably looking for poison on a bunch of them. I got one. Poisonous Wind Fury. Not the combo he was probably hoping for, but... is there anything we really want to play here? I don't really think so. I don't really want to give them card draw either with Naturalize because there's just no point. That one is Rush. You can only go right there. Ooh, Raid Boss. Alright, cool. That's actually a good draw. We can clean up the board and then start using all the little things from the mothership to go face. Go ahead and put that there. Put that there. Let's both have Reborn, which is unfortunate, but go ahead and equip that just because why not? Then we'll go ahead and swing, swing, swing. Kill that, and now we have 16 face. Very nice. We probably gotta clean the board a little bit in a better way, but it worked. I don't really think that's gonna come back to bite us anyways. It is even Death Knight after all. Death Knight really doesn't have its place in Wild, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Why are you even running that? Such a weird card to run. Shadows of Yesterday. Like, what exactly combination is he looking for here? Anything he gets off of that is not gonna matter. Like, even if he got all Taunt and Lifesteal, that wouldn't matter. And he's dead. Well, that was certainly a game. Alright. I'm surprised we're winning so much with this game. I haven't lost once yet, and this is my first time actually playing this deck, so maybe we should honestly try to see if we can get to Legend this video. We're already at, what rank are we at? We're at Diamond 2, 3 stars. Alright, yeah, maybe we should try. I won't lie, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this deck. I really didn't think I would just because it kind of seemed like it was a meme deck, but I'm not gonna lie, it actually was pretty fun to play. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll discard this whole hand. Maybe do we keep Moonlight Guidance? Probably not, but if we get a whole bunch of high cost minions, we're kind of just a sitting duck, so... wow. Okay, we actually didn't get a lot of high cost cards like I thought. I'm kind of surprised. This doesn't happen as often as I think it would, where you just hand is full of like, you know, 10 cost cards and, you know, you just keep drawing 10 cost cards. I mean, I'm sure that can happen. Certainly can happen, but we've been getting pretty lucky with our draw, having Astral Commune in our opening hand in majority of our games. Roxigar, alright. Let's see what we get here. Alright, Wave Shaping. We'll go ahead and play that turn 1. Oh my gosh, how lucky are we? How do we keep getting that lucky? Like, that's kind of crazy though. How do we keep getting Astral Commune? There's nothing that like directly tutors it in this deck either, so having Astral Commune that many times in a row is kind of crazy to me that we've gotten that. I would honestly be fine discarding this hand as well, so depending on what we draw next, like I said, I know I've said this every match already, but I really want to get an End Time Warzone. I think that would be a really funny clip. They're only on, what, 2 mana, so we'll go ahead and... Alright, that's unfortunate. We're discarding that. There's no point in playing the coin there. It doesn't really make a difference. Alright, now we're at the mercy of the top deck. Hopefully we don't draw Toyrantis. They are only on 3 mana. I don't know. I just find it crazy that there's that big of a gap in mana that you can do in this game. That just seems a little bit broken to me. I'm genuinely kind of surprised that Astral Commune nowadays is played. But then again, discarding your whole hand isn't really that bad anymore with how much card draw there is in this game. I guess that's really why, is the power level of everything else went up while the cards stayed the same. And since that's the case of it, like, it doesn't really seem that bad anymore to discard your hand with a bunch of high cost stuff when you just draw into a bunch more high cost stuff. So oh my gosh, what a top deck. That is disgusting. Now we get 10 cards. 10 cards. That's just disgusting, exactly like I was talking about. Yeah, let's discard our hand again. Innervate. We could play Guff. We can also play Bob. Oh no, we play the Beetle, that's it. I was trying to think what's like the most tempo we could get. And Play the Beetle's always good. You know, I mean, he's only got 4 mana. What's the problem with a 6 mana 10/10 with charge? Like, I mean, that seems pretty balanced, don't you think? Like, what is he possibly gonna do here? Because he has to kill ENR so I don't refresh my mana, and also kill the stuff so he's not dead. Oh my god, dude, this deck is kind of disgusting. I'm gonna be completely honest. I really didn't think Astral Communion would be this disgusting. It just sounds like a meme to me when I say that. But it actually is genuinely disgusting. Seriously, what are you gonna do? Mana burn me. I got 13 more mana. Oh no, he paid his 0 mana 1/1. Whatever shall I do? All right, come on, you got this. Keep drawing, keep drawing. Oh, it's a brute. Another brute. Another brute. A 1/1 and a rush. Another. Oh my god, wait, he actually is doing a lot of stuff. Oh my god, wait, that's actually kind of impressive. I gotta hand it to him. That's actually very impressive. That is actually very impressive. What did he? On 4 mana, that is very impressive. I mean, it's not gonna matter because I'm just gonna play Raid Boss Onyxia. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and trade all my stuff into it. Well, that probably wasn't the right order. Well, we'll make up for it here. Then we're gonna go ahead and refresh our mana. And what else can we do here? I guess we might as well play that. Yeah. That's exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He did pretty impressive stuff for turn 4. I won't lie. But even that wasn't enough to beat it. So yeah, we're at what is it? We're at rank or diamond 1 with 1 star. Yeah, let's go for legend. We'll see if we can go for legend this video. I just checked my deck tracker and it says that we are currently 7-1 with this deck. So we're currently sitting at a, or no, 6-1. I mean, 86% win rate. So that's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead. We definitely want ENR in our deck, so we'll go ahead and put that back. Okay. I mean, wave shaping is always good turn 1 in case we don't get Astral Communion. That also helps thin our deck a little bit because we can put 2 cards at the bottom. And our next one. Wave shaping almost seems like a aquatic form, but just slightly worse because it costs 1 mana. We're playing against a priest. Alright. Curious to see what deck this is. Is this an aggro deck? I mean, I don't think aggro runs Renafall though, so. Let's see what we get here. Oh my gosh, dude, how lucky are we going to get? I swear, every time we play that card, we just get it. Is there something that says it says discover a card from your deck? The others are put on. Yeah, so that could have been, what, 2 and 25 or 2 and 24? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, we keep just getting that lucky. All right, I'm glad we drew Toy. I think honestly, if you're watching this far in the video, you should probably cut Toyrantis. I don't think Toyrantis is that good. It is a 6 mana, 14/14 taunt elusive, but at the same time, it really doesn't help you out in, you know, getting to your cards or anything. So yeah. Oh, it's Astral Communion or Astral Automation, not Astral Communion. I mean Astral Automation versus Astral Communion. Discover a card from your deck, put the others at the bottom. Yeah, I guess there's no point. We'll just go ahead, hero power. That deck could be pretty strong depending on what they did. They already played did they play Creation Protocol? Oh no, they didn't. Okay. So Astral Automation versus Astral Communion. This will be an interesting match. I honestly don't know who will win this. If they can scale out of control pretty fast, then I think they might have the win here, because these could be like what, 3 forwards by the end of my turn. Now they have, yeah, 2 more, so they're gonna have what, 3 by the end of this turn. All right, well, hopefully we top deck something good. Bob the Bartender. All right, well, we'll make sure we don't do the same mistake we did last time. We want to draw 3 cards. Here's a draw a minion and get 2 copies of it. Let's see what we get. All right, Marion the Manager. That's pretty good. Go ahead and play that. Unfortunately, we can't play it this turn, which is not good, but, you know, 3 cards with 3 less is still pretty insane. That's like a 9 mana gain. And with a deck like this, that's certainly going to pay off a lot, unless we get some of the lower cost cards, but I think we should be fine. I'm a little bit scared, though, because those are going to go into 4/5s now if they play more, and then possibly even 5/6s. So it's getting a little bit out of hand here. All right, that's a good sign if they're just playing the Cathedral here. Oh my gosh, wow. They certainly have a lot of stuff going for them here. That's going to resurrect and make these bigger too. Wow, okay. They're really putting on the pressure. Even though we have 15 mana, I don't know if we'll be able to compete with this. We do need to get a good top deck here, because once we control the board, we should be good. I also think End Time Warzone isn't good in this matchup either. Let's go ahead and play that. See what we get. Ooh, that's a really good one. Ooh, that's also a really good one. What do I want to play here? I can only choose one. How much mana do we have left? It's 6. We'd have exactly... Well, let's see if we get anything from here. Aquatic form. What's at the bottom of our deck? Okay, wait. That coin actually makes a big difference here, because now we can play this. And then we can coin into another Marin, which is good. And then we can go ahead and get another draw 3, which would be good. We gotta slowly get the board back here, because these things will scare out of control. And you obviously don't want them on the board, because then they also get the stat increase while they're on the board. So that basically means they can attack. And when they can attack, that's not very good. So this one will probably survive, and this one will probably die. But this priest has a lot of ways of probably either rezzing it or getting copies of it into its hand. So it's gonna be a little bit scary. Played Master Spell here, which I'm honestly completely okay with that, because, you know, it's a couple of 6/5s. If I played the carrier, then there would just be a 2/14 that sits on my board permanently. So I'm glad they did it on this board and not something else here. What does that do? It says set... Whoa, they went to a 9/9 and a 6/6. What does that do? It says set every minion's attack and health to the lower of the two. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Can't say I was expecting that. Let's go ahead and play that. See what we get here. We definitely trade into that. We don't want Astral Communion. I think we'll play the carrier, but we'll play the full cost one. We wanted to hit that, because if it does not, that's going to be very bad. Alright, good. I'm glad it hit that. Now we can start pushing damage face. We basically just want to control the board in this one, even though it's not going to be very easy, because they have the Astral Automatons, or Automations. Alright, he's got another one. We have 14 damage on the board, so unless we draw a Death Beetle, even with our Hero Power, we won't be able to do that. Forbidden Fruit could do it. That would be 15 plus 14, which would be 29. We can also use Zerog's Crown to see if we get a charge minion, which is definitely in the realm of possibilities. We also have to see if they heal here as well. This will be an interesting next turn. I know we definitely can't get lethal, but will we get lethal? Put Reborn on that. I think we'll... No, let's start off with this. Alright, ENR is definitely a good pick here. We can go ahead, play that. And let's see what we get here. I guess we just take that one. One with the most stats. And then I guess we just trade into that. And let's go ahead and refresh our mana here. Then we'll play the Goblet here, see what we get. That is not really what we wanted to see. Go ahead and play that again. I'll look at Wondrous Wand here. How many cards do we need? We have how many in our hand right now? 9. We'll go ahead and play another one. No, we have 8, and we'll get 2. We'll draw 3. Oh, Raid, where were you when we needed you? I mean, sure. We'll go ahead and just play another Goblet here, see what we get. Okay, well, that is exactly what we needed. So let's go ahead and just do that. And it doesn't really matter where that hits. We do have a taunt, which is good, because I don't know if they can play that 0 mana Gravity Lapse thing, which I won't lie, I don't exactly know how that works, because it seems to give it stats, which to me is a little bit strange. I don't know how that card works by the way it was worded. It says set every minion's attack and health to the lower of the two, but for some reason it grew in stats, so I'm not entirely sure if that's a bug or that's intended, but however the case, I think we should be fine. I mean, we have a nice board. We are on full health, but I really don't know what this deck is capable of, so I guess we'll just have to see what the opponent does. Alright, another Astral Automation. See what's gonna happen here. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Even though he can attack once, he still has to survive the 30 attack damage on the board, so it doesn't look like he is going to live. We also have 15 from hand as well, so yeah, this deck is actually really surprising me. I'm kind of surprised by how well we are winning with this. It just doesn't seem to me like it would be that consistent, but we're consistently getting what we need. So we're already at Diamond 1 with 2 stars, so yeah, let's see if we get to Legend with this. Quite literally, as of right now, I just checked Jack Tracker, we are at an 88% win rate, which is kind of nuts. 88% win rate. I never thought I'd see a deck like that. I remember when I played the Scarab Warlock, that had a 86% win rate in the first few games that I played, but other than that, I mean, this deck is really surprising me. I think we still have to get a game where we don't get Astral Communion. I don't think that we'll have a really good win rate in that game, just because, you know, we'll be at our normal amount of mana instead of our cracked amount of mana, which is like 14 on turn 4 or something like that. So we'll go ahead and see what we're playing against here. Oh my gosh, wave shaping off the top into Astral Chameleon? No, okay. About to say, we can't get lucky that many times in a row, right? We did just put 2 cards at the bottom, so this probably isn't going to do us that well. Back for him. And we are thinning the deck out, so that's always good. We'll get rid of Desera. Let's see what we get from here. Nothing we really want. Unfortunate. Alright. It seems like we're going to have to just run on the waiting train here. They played Bran. Okay, that's a little bit scary. Wow. Okay, I guess we are just playing Guff here. I don't see what else we can do here. I'm pretty sure this is just Imbue Mage. That seems like the type of deck that would run Bran, because what else would they want the battle cries for? But we do have to get ramping pretty soon, because if we don't ramp, we're just going to be in a really bad spot. It's unfortunate we have to do this basically like the old-fashioned way, but this could also be Hostage Mage. I haven't seen Hostage in a really long time, but maybe it could be. I swear that deck has a very bad win rate nowadays. Oh, there's Astral Chameleon. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and just play that then. Just rip the band-aid off, draw a card. Oh, here it is. Yes, we finally got it. I probably isn't a good play, but we'll do it anyways. Oh, wait, we got two rushers. All right, wait, what does this one do? Cost 1 less. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and just kill off his minions. I know that seems like a silly play, but you know, this is such a... Oh, wait, we also draw 2 cards. Wait, Wild Dragons are kind of nuts. Let's see what Mage does here. Alright, he killed off some of them. Actually, no, he killed off a lot of them. Holy cow. Okay. I mean, that was a really good play. Rising Waves there did a lot of work. I actually don't know what Mage this is. They played Bran into ETC, which I won't lie, I don't really know what is supposed to come of that. I'll go ahead and draw a card here. Very nice. We got Marin. We'll take the crown here just to see what we get. We need to put tempo on this mage because we already have draw from right here. Oh, yes, 2 charges. We'll take you. All right, and we can go face. There we go. Wow, that was a very strong turn. All right, yeah, we have lethal from hand, so even if they just deal with the board, that's not going to be enough. They're going to need like ice block or something else. All right, yeah, that works. That is a good trade into the Mr. Smites there. A little bit unfortunate because we definitely could have killed them. All right, cool. We got the Wondrous Wand. That's a good top deck. Toyrantis, not really that great. Maybe something else. What do we get from the tablet here? I can't say we really wanted those. Let's go ahead and we'll just play this. I'm hoping to probably kill that. Unfortunately, we still have to trade, but I think we still should be fine. Now, I feel like it was maybe a little bit of a waste to do that, but we still have Death Beetle and a Mr. Smite in our hands, so we could... I know this mage definitely has ice block, so don't let them fool you like they can't die from here. We have Innervate, okay. Mr. Smite plus that is lethal. Alright, cool. There we go, face, and a Ultimate Infestation lethal. Not the way I thought I was winning this game, but certainly an interesting way. I swear, this deck is actually really impressing me right now, I won't lie. It has a lot of weird outs to a lot of the situations. So now we're Diamond 1 3 stars, so 1 game away from Legend. Let's go ahead and see if we can do it. Now, if we win this game, it won't actually be clickbait if I put 90% win rate in the title, because you are seeing right now I am winning all these games back to back and we're going up. So we are right now 8-1, which is a 89% win rate. So let's go ahead and see here. This is the final boss till we get to Legend. Really bad starting hand. I mean, we do have wave shaping, which is always good, but playing against a druid, so I don't know if we're playing the mirror matchup here, which is a little bit scary because it's basically whoever plays Astral Communion first wins. But looks like they're playing a Renafall version. Okay. Aw, 2 carriers. That's not good. All right, take Invigorate. Carriers are really good for just pushing 16 out of nowhere, so it's unfortunate we're losing that, but what can you do? I find it funny how End Time Warzone actually did kind of win us the game there. All right, we got, ooh, boy, it's not looking too good for us. This is the type of hand I was expecting to get more often just because of, it doesn't seem like it can be very consistent with tutoring out Astral Communion. Oh my gosh, this is a very bad hand. It's probably the worst hand we've had. I'm honestly not sure if I'm playing the mirror matchup here, because they could always just coin Astral Communion out here, which would obviously not be good for us, but they are surfing, so that does give me hope that maybe they're not the mirror matchup. They could be. I think there's an OTKO Druid running around that plays your seal and then kills you with a bunch of spells, which that could definitely be the case. But I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what they're playing. They've only played 2 cards so far, so it does give us some time to set up our stuff. I don't know, this is really unfortunate that we're losing a lot of our good cards here. Alright, come on. Show me Astral Communion, please. Oh, unfortunately. Wow, we are getting super mega unlucky this game. Like, if you get this against an aggro matchup, you're just dead. You're just straight up dead. Very bad draw. We unfortunately didn't get Guff either, so we're not ramping from our hero power either. Oh, they got ramp. Alright, yeah. It's not looking too good for us. If your opponent has more mana crystals than you. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't even think it's possible to win. Look at our hand. We might honestly start burning cards because it's so expensive. This is never good. And they're ramping. They got what we want. It's never a good sign. Oh my gosh, finally you showed up. Where have you been? Alright, we finally got it after... How many turns was that? Sheesh. Oh my god, and we lost so many good cards too. I don't think it's gonna be very easy to win this one, if at all. We also lost Forbidden Fruit, which is basically like a free 15 damage in the right scenario. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely don't know what I think the opponent's playing an OTKO deck. Unless they're playing Astral Communion as well and they just got unlucky as well, but doubt that's the case here. I'm really at the mercy of whatever I top deck. I mean, Hearthstone Brew I think would probably be the best because it could give me Shadow Rock, which would be a really good combo. A lot of good things Hearthstone Brew could give me, but that's even if I do draw it. Someone 5/5 copy discover a spell. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't play it. Oh, Guff! Nice of you to show up. Alright, please give me something else. Alright, we will take that. What else can we get here? Oh my gosh, dude, these jaws are horrendous. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna play that. We'll need the mana next turn to draw something of value anyways. I won't lie, I think our chances of winning this game have fell flat. They're probably down to, say closer to like 25% now, just because of how far we've gotten to the game. And it's a Highlander Druid? What? Am I tripping? Highlander Druid? With Elise? Huh? This is such a weird meta today. I don't know why I'm queuing in such strange decks right now. Should I play it? Oh my gosh. You know what? We'll play End Time Warzone. Why not? Why not? You know, we're here to have fun. I know we want to get legend and all, but let's see what we get. Oh, those are all terrible. That's fine. Surely they can't kill us in 2 turns, right? With 14 attack on them. Actually, yes, they can. All they need to do is just go and then face, hero power, face. Realistically, anything, yeah, this was over from that terrible draw. That's unfortunate. We didn't see Hearthstone Brew either. I probably could have played that a little bit smarter, but I want to be completely honest. I don't think there was a winning out there just from how bad our draw was from the first, 6-7 turns. Well, in any case, we'll go ahead and go on to the next game. Alright, so last game of the video, win or loss. I unfortunately don't have much time to play this deck anymore, but I've really been having a lot of fun with this. Maybe I'll do another video on it because it just seems very fun. It's kind of like, like a casino almost, but with mana crystals. Oh my gosh, yeah. These are the hands I was expecting. I don't know how we just gotten this now. I feel like it's kind of crazy that we're just getting these now, because last games getting up to Diamond 1 seemed pretty easy. Just, you know, draw Astral Communion, and there you go. You play your crazy or turn 3 or 4. But in any case, we're playing against Paladin, so could be what is it, City Tax Paladin, or no, just Tax Paladin. I don't really understand the point of that deck. And then there's what else is there? There's Libram Paladin. Libram Paladin, I think, is probably one of my least fun decks to play against, just because I don't know, it just seems so stupid. Like, you get buffs in your hand and you basically just give them charge from any minion that survives. So I don't know, to me that seems very ridiculous that that's a thing.
Why, hello there.
So not exactly a great opening hand here. Oh cool, we got roped not once but twice in one turn. I don't know how that's possible, but it is Libram Paladin. Yeah, we need to draw wave shaping into Astral Communion again. Opening hand isn't looking too good either. I swear, they always have the perfect 2 cards right off the rip. I don't know how they always do it. Libram Paladin does have a lot of tutor from what I've seen. I've never actually played the deck myself because it just looks so unfun to play, but I just don't understand, why does a weapon discount them twice? Alright, show me Astral Communion. That is not Astral Communion. Wow, we're getting terrible draw now. This deck is starting to fail me. We could have definitely gotten Legend last game, because that guy had a slow deck which plays into this nicely, but when you don't draw it, it's just kind of like a fish out of water. That's an actual... Oh my god, wait, there's another one? Death Rattle and Battle Cry? The Librams are going to be owing him mana. Alright, Astral Communion. There you go. Coin. Fortunately, we're getting rid of our hand. That's fine, though. Now we're at the mercy of top decks, but hopefully we get a good one. We did get rid of our Ultimate Infestation, but if I'm being honest, I don't really think Ultimate Infestation is that insane in this deck, because it's like, what, 10 mana, draw 5, and... I mean, you do get some benefits with it, but it's not that crazy. Looks like he has a pretty slow hand, too. We're already down to 16 health, though, so as long as we don't draw, like, a coin or something... Alright, Aquatic Form's fine. Oh, don't mind if I do. We're definitely drawing... So our hand is full here. Let's see, what do we get? Yeah, we'll play Death Beetle here. And we'll smack him in the face, because he has to deal with the 10-10, not me. I still don't understand, why did they print this card? It's a 6 mana, 10-10 charge. Just why? Okay. I won't lie, that didn't seem that great for him. I still have a lot of damage on the board. Do I have another one? No, I discarded that one. What's my best play here? Do I play Morizond? Should I play Morizond? That seems like such a bad play. Or I could just kill him. I think we'll do that. I'm not gonna mess around. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna go ahead and call. I almost said Legend though. Alright. I'll do one more game. Even though I don't have that much time left. If we get Legend here in this next match, that's great, and if we don't, we'll save it for next video. So let's go ahead and get on to the next game. Alright, final boss, part 2. We're playing against another Druid. This could be a mirror matchup. We definitely want to, you know, our opening hand or carrier. I think we'll get rid of it. We'll keep wave shaping on Aquatic Form. That's good for, you know, fishing through our deck. I guess a smart play to first would be to play Aquatic Form and then wave shaping. Because then if we play Aquatic Form after wave shaping, we're just going to get the 2 that we put on the bottom of our deck. So we don't do that in that order. And also for anyone that wants to play this deck, make sure you don't do that in that order either, unless you already found what you were looking for. But then again, I still don't see the point in doing that. But yeah, so let's hope we win this game. We'll get Legend. That would be a great finale to this video. Also, a really good showcase of the deck as well. That's all deck, so I really don't know if we're playing against this. Are we playing against the same guy? I don't think we are. Different skin as well. All right, Ultimate Infestation is not good. We gotta make sure we do this in the correct order. I don't really want any of these. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna play this on turn 3. This has happened yet. Just wait till I play my Astral Communion. That's where the magnificent plays start happening. I'm actually really fine discarding this hand. We are getting rid of Ysera, Ziliax, and Bob. Alright, he's playing Prince Renethal. That's fine. Oh my gosh, we drew the other Astral Communion as well. That's good. Go ahead, Hero Power face, and now we're at the mercy of our top decks. I genuinely would like to imagine getting a legend playing End Time Warzone. That would actually be stupid hilarious. I don't know if my opponent's playing the... Oh no, I don't think they are. They're playing Guff. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, please give me a good draw. Please don't kill me and give me a Innervate or something. Okay, Peasant of Earth isn't bad. We'll take that. Oh, yes, please. Now we get a full hand. Very, very, very good. Is there anything we can play here? Let's see what we have. Ooh, 2 Death Beetles. Alright, that's good. Go ahead and play that. We get that in our hand, don't we? Alright, yeah. We'll go ahead. Put that, and then we'll see what we get. Oh my god, wait, I don't want to draw. Why is the game forcing me to draw here? I don't want to draw anything. I don't want to burn a card. I mean, we have 2 Death Beetles, so that's always good. Let's see what they do here. Flint? Wait, this is the mirror matchup. Okay, wait, and we also get to refresh our mana crystals too. Wait, they're kind of just dead. Wait, maybe I should have taken the Forbidden Fruit. So that would have been what? 10, 20, 35? No, they would have been a 10 still. I'm trying to think, what's the best play here? We need to put a lot of pressure on right now to try to kill them. We have Yenar up as well, which they weren't able to kill, which is very good, so... unless they just left right now, I don't see why they're not ending their turn. There's not really too much they can do with 1 mana as far as I'm aware. But it is Druid after all, so they can really just do anything with their mana.
That rope's burning again.
Alright, so let's go ahead, and I think we're going to play Guff. Then we're going to play Raid Boss. And what we're going to do is we're going to slam our 8/8 into the 4/4. Then we're going to go ahead and kill off their stuff here. Then we're going to go ahead and refresh our mana here. Then we're going to go ahead and play a bunch of high statted things. Oh, unfortunately we can't play that. Whatever. We still got the 2 10/10s out. That's always good. And I think we'll just draw a card here, won't we? Go ahead and draw a card from here as well. Go ahead and end our turn. We have an enormous amount of pressure. I don't know. I mean, maybe they could run Poison Seeds, but I don't really know what the opponent runs in their deck list. Oh, they have Reno. All right. That's actually fine, though, because we have 2 carriers and... ooh, Hearthstone Brew. All right, we like to see that. That also means that they do have Reno as well, so we have to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and draw a card here. We only have 1 card left. Wow, okay, so it's Forbidden Fruit left. This is a little bit of a scary matchup because, depending on, well, I mean, I don't know, they could fully heal, which would be 6 mana, but then we'd have 18 plus 18, that would be 36, so we'd still be off. There's nothing we can do about that either. All right, I'm curious. What is he gonna offer here? Is it gonna be like Arcane Explosion? Mind Control? I don't really know what he gets offered there.
The void is filled with
All right, that was a very weak turn, and then we just win. We have 16 on board. And we also have another 18 from... And there, all right, there we go. We got Legend. Perfect. Very, very good game. This deck was actually very surprising about how strong it is. We went 10-2 for an 83% win rate, which is kind of crazy to say that with Astral Communion Druid is actually a viable deck nowadays in Wild. So yeah, we are at rank 918. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed watching Astral Communion. Played it all the way through Diamond 382 Legends, so you can see it here firsthand that it's definitely a viable deck. If you want the deck code, it will be in the description down below and in the comments pinned. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next video.